We had looked at an introduction to marginal analysis in a previous video, where we looked at cost, profit, and revenue. That's the total cost, total profit, total revenue, as well as the average for each, and then the marginal for each, where we would have to differentiate the total function to obtain the marginal function. Now, we look at an example. I see a very good example in this PDF document. It's an electronic book that I downloaded free. Right? This is page 278. Let's look at the cover page. Right, this is the cover page. Very good calculus book. It's Calculus and Application, 10th edition. Alright, let's go back to 278. Page 278. Now, let's increase the size a bit so we can see it more closely. Here, example 1. Business, marginal cost, revenue, and profit. Now, given that CX is 62x squared plus 27,500, so remember now, CX is the cost, the total cost for X item you purchase or you manufacture. How much did it cost you to manufacture all of these items? So CX is 62x squared. So let's write it down here. CX is 62x squared plus 27,500 plus 27,500. And the revenue function, R for revenue, C for cost, R for revenue. R of X is X cubed. So the revenue from X items is X cubed minus 12x squared plus 40x minus 12x squared plus 40x plus 10. So that's the total cost function and the total revenue function. Now, find each of the following. The total profit, PX. So we have profit, total profit, PX. The fact is, profit would be revenue minus cost. So remember now, the revenue would be all the money coming in from doing business. But then you have to subtract your costs, your water bill, telephone bill, electricity bill, the payment that you have to make to your staff, rent, and so on, all of those costs. You have to subtract them from the revenue. So in this case, revenue is x cubed minus 12x squared plus 40x plus 10 minus the cost, minus 62x squared minus 27,500. So in that case, let's remove the brackets. You have x cubed minus 12x squared plus 40x plus 10 minus 62x squared minus 27,500. So you have only one x cubed here, so it's x cubed minus 12 minus 62 will give you a negative 124, 6 and 1, 7, negative 74x squared, 40x plus 40x, and 10 minus 27,500, that will be negative 27,490. Alright, so that's the profit function. So let's look now. Right, you have an x cubed minus 74x squared plus 40x minus 27,490 minus 27,490. So that's the total profit. Next thing, you must find the total cost, revenue and profit from the production of 50 units of the product. Alright, so what you need to find now is you have C of, alright, let me write P of X here. You have C of X, but now you want C of 50. Cost for 50 unit would be 62 times X squared. Now we have 50 squared, 62 by 50 squared plus 27,500. That would be what now? Let's draw for our calculator. We have 62 times 50 squared, which is times 50 squared, equal plus 27,500 equals 182,500. So that's 182,500. That's the cost of 50 items. Revenue, R of X now becomes R of 50. Finding the revenue at 50 items will be 50 cubed minus 12 times 50 squared plus 40 times 50. Right, so it's X cubed, 50 cubed minus 12 by X squared minus 12 by 50 squared plus 40 by X becomes plus 40 by 50 plus 10. So what is that going to amount to? Let's see. Now you have 50 cubed. It's really 50 by 50 by 50 equal, alright, minus 12 by 50 squared, so it's minus 12 times 50 squared equal plus 40 by 50 plus 40 by 50 equal plus 10. So we have 970 10. All right, and the profit at 50, this is px, but we want p50 equals 50 cubed minus 74 by 50 squared plus 40 by 50 minus 27,490. What would that give us now? We have 50 cubed, which is 50 by 50 by 50, is that, minus 74 times 50 squared equals that, negative 60,000, plus 40 by 50 gives us negative 58,000, minus 27,490 equals negative 85,490. So it's negative 85,490, which would indicate a loss. All right, so CX 182,500, that's what we get. Let's just see what the book says here. 182,500, good. We get on that C at 50, revenue at 50, 970.10, revenue at 50, 970.10, right? And then the profit at 50, negative 85,490 Profit at 50, negative 85,490. Right. Now, the note here is that we could also use PX from part A, where there's a loss of 85,490 when 50 units are sold. So here, what they're saying then is this. We have an alternative way of doing this is to look at our revenue. Our revenue is 970.10 minus our cost of 182,500 equals, we have negative 85,490. All right, negative 85,490. It's in dollars. I didn't put my dollar signs. Let's put the dollar signs there. All right. The next thing that they want us to do is the marginal cost, revenue, and profit when 50 units are produced and sold. All right. So, marginal cost, revenue, and profit. Let's see. So our MC would be, the marginal cost would be, the total cost was 62x squared plus 27,500. Would be d by dx of 62x squared plus 27,500. Now, when you differentiate it with respect to x, you get 62 by 2, 6 2s to the 120 plus 4 is 124, x, this would be 0. So it's really 124x, all right? Now, what did they say again? The marginal cost when 50 items are sold. So at 50, marginal cost at 50 will be 124 times 50. So 124 by 50. 124 by 50 equals 6,200. So it's 6,200. That's the marginal cost at 50. Now, let's also find the marginal revenue at 50. Total revenue was x cubed minus x squared. So what we have, x cubed minus x squared, x cubed minus x squared x cubed minus 12x squared. Let me rewrite this part. So that's x cubed minus 12x squared plus 40x plus 10 plus 40x plus 10. We're going to find the derivative of this with respect to x, and this is the marginal revenue. So when you differentiate this, we get 3x squared minus 12 2's 24x plus 40. Now the marginal revenue at 50 would be 3 times 50 squared minus 24 by 50 plus 40. What would that be? Three times 50 squared is 7,500 minus 24 by 50 gives us 6,300 plus 40 would give us 6,340. So that's 6,340. Right, 6,340. All right. Marginal profit, what would that be? Total profit was x cubed minus 74x squared. So we have x cubed minus 74x squared. That's x cubed minus 74x squared plus 40x plus 40x minus 27,490 minus 27,490 minus 27,490. So marginal profit, let me redo that. The marginal profit equal the derivative with respect to x of all of this, which would be what now? When you differentiate x cubed, you get 2x squared, derivative of this part, 74 by 2, that would be 70 by 2 is 140, 4 by 2 is 8, so we have 148 minus 148x plus 40. Alright, so the marginal revenue at 50 would be, remember these, I didn't put the x there, marginal revenue x, marginal cost of x, marginal profit x. So marginal profit of marginal revenue, no, profit. Why am I writing, why am I saying revenue and writing R? It's profit, the marginal profit. This is profit. The marginal profit at 50 is equal to, it's going to be 2 times 50 squared minus 148 by 50 plus 40 equals, let's see, we have 2 times 50 squared equal minus 148 by 50 plus 40 negative 2360. So negative 2360. Let's look at the workings in the book, see if they agree. So we have cost at 50, marginal cost at 50. They write it as C prime, which is the derivative, C prime of x. So what I wrote was marginal cost at 50. But the way it is written here shows that you must derive the total function. So what we have here is 6200, right? That was what we got here, 6200. And the marginal revenue, R prime x, was 6340. Let's see, marginal revenue 6340, so I agreed. But I didn't write the equal signs. Let me write the equal, no, not the equal sign, the dollar signs. These are in dollars. Right, the dollar signs. 6340 dollars, so 6340 dollars. And the marginal profit at 50 was 140. Oh, it doesn't agree. Let's see what's going on here. You have the marginal profit and you differentiate it at 50. So the marginal, our total profit was what again? Total profit was x cubed minus 74 x squared. So we have x cubed minus 74x squared plus 40x minus 27,490. What we have here, the derivative. All right, they derive it. When we derive it, oh my, I wrote 2 instead of 3. This should be 3x squared. 3x squared. Why did I write 2 there? Should be 3x squared. Alright, so let's redo it. With 3, should be 3x squared, not 2x squared. Alright. So, when we redo that calculation, we have 3 by 50 squared equals minus 148 by 50 plus 40, and we get 140. So let's erase this and write our answer down as $140. So it agrees now. $140 is our marginal profit, right? So we've gone good amount of time on this video. We'll talk about this some more in another video, so I'll see you then.